Hey there, 8th graders, and welcome to today's Masterclass in Inquiry. I am so absolutely thrilled to be guiding you through this lesson today. We're stepping into an exciting academic quest that is going to completely change the way you look at projects, essays, and honestly, just how you look at the world. Today, we're mastering the art of generating research questions. And look, this isn't just about passing a class. It's about learning how to truly uncover the truth. Great research, the kind that actually changes minds and solves real-world problems, well, it always starts with great questions.
But before we get into the nuts and bolts of research, let's talk about why we even do this in the first place. Proverbs 18:15 tells us, "The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out." You know, your curiosity, that awesome drive you have to figure things out, that is a God-given pursuit of wisdom. When you ask good questions, you're actually showing a discerning heart. You're actively seeking out knowledge, which is exactly how God designed your brilliant mind to work.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's a quick roadmap for today's class. We'll cover the heart-seeking knowledge, why strong questions matter, navigating your research path, crafting the perfect question, your weekly homework assignment, and we'll wrap up with the godly learner philosophy.
Starting right off with Section 1, the heart-seeking knowledge. This is all about viewing your curiosity as a God-given gift. Moving on to Section 2, why strong questions matter, or as I like to call it, avoiding the research rabbit hole.
Okay, I need you to be completely honest with me for a second. Have you ever sat down at your computer to do a research project, typed a massive, incredibly vague word like space into the search bar, and just immediately felt completely overwhelmed? Yeah, we've all been there. Bad research can be incredibly frustrating. Weak or unfocused questions just lead to wasted time. It is literally like looking for a needle in a giant digital haystack. If you search for space, you're going to sort through millions of random, completely unrelated details. You'll get articles on stars, black holes, the history of NASA, sci-fi movies, space debris, you name it. You will be completely lost in minutes simply because the topic is just way too big.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is that precise questions point you to deeper understanding. By taking the time to develop a really strong question, you actually make your research journey smoother and way faster. You cut right through the noise. Plus, it makes your project infinitely more meaningful because you're actually solving a specific puzzle, not just listing random facts. But here is the real secret. This isn't just a school thing. Asking strong questions teaches you critical thinking skills that you're going to use in real life. Whether you're trying to solve a complex problem with your friends, plan a huge project, or eventually decide on a big purchase like a car or a new computer, the quality of your questions will absolutely determine the quality of your results. It's all about finding the right answer to the right question. Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Navigating your research path. We're going to look at two main types of topics.
First up, we have the student-selected topic. This is exactly what it sounds like. You have total freedom to choose whatever you want to study. But remember, with great freedom comes the great responsibility to narrow it down. You can't just study sports, right? You have to get specific. The second type is a guided topic. This is where I, as your teacher, or maybe your curriculum, will hand you a general subject area, let's say American history, but you still have to decide on the specific focus within those boundaries. You have to find your unique angle within the framework I give you.
So, what are the actual mechanics of narrowing a massive topic down? Well, let's walk through it together. Step 1 is the big idea. Remember our terrible topic, space? Right. So step 2 is to narrow that focus. We take space and narrow it down to, say, zero gravity. Better, for sure, but honestly still a bit too big. Step 3 is where the absolute magic happens, creating a strong question. We go from zero gravity to what are the effects of zero gravity on plant growth? Boom! Do you see that? Now you have a highly specific, manageable, and genuinely fascinating research focus. You know exactly what you are looking for. Now it's time to actually build your toolkit. Section 4, crafting the perfect question. The toolkit of inquiry.
Rule number 1, and please etch this into your memory forever. Avoid questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Yes and no questions are a massive trap. They instantly stop deep exploration in its tracks. Think about it. If your question is, did George Washington have wooden teeth? The answer is no. They were ivory and other materials. End of research. There's literally nowhere else to go. Instead, I want you to start using what I call the magic words. Strong questions almost always begin with these specific starter words. How, why, or what impact did.
By simply starting your sentence with one of these phrases, you automatically open the door to much deeper exploration and critical thinking. You're forcing yourself to look for processes, reasons, and consequences rather than just Googling simple trivia facts.
Let's actually put this to the test. Listen to this incredibly weak question. Do schools use computers? Yes. Okay, project over. Snooze fest, right? But compare that to this. How has the use of tablets in classrooms affected student engagement over the last 10 years? Wow, do you hear the difference there? That strong question is super focused, it's measurable with a clear 10-year timeline, and it practically begs you to dive into in-depth research about student engagement. It gives you a clear, exciting mission.
And this brilliantly illustrates how we apply this to our two types of topics. For a guided topic, say renewable energy, a strong question would be, what are the advantages and disadvantages of using solar energy in urban areas? It gives you total freedom, but within safe boundaries. Or look at a curiosity topic based on real-world observation. Let's say you notice your grandparents still use landline phones. You can transform that into, how has the shift from landline phones to smartphones changed family communication patterns? You take an everyday observation and turn it into an amazing focused inquiry.
All right, moving into teacher mode here. Section 5, your weekly homework assignment. Let's put everything we just learned into practice. You've got 5 clear tasks for this week. First, choose your own topic and write one strong research question for it. Second, I'm giving you a guided topic, healthy eating. I want you to write one focused question for that. Third, you're going to fix a weak question for me. Take, is exercise good? And rewrite it using our magic words. Finally, write one original question starting with why and one starting with how. You have the exact tools you need to completely crush this assignment, and I literally cannot wait to read the brilliant questions you come up with.
Finally, Section 6, the Godly Learner Philosophy, Knowledge plus Biblical Morality.
You see, here at HeroesMart Academy, we intentionally intertwine biblical morality with your education. And you might ask why? Well, because education without morality can actually hurt you and those around you. We read in Romans 8:6-7, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." Knowledge and intelligence should help you make wise, God-honoring choices, rather than simply making you a more capable person who just chases their own desires. Keeping your mind spiritually minded, even while doing academic research, leads directly to life and peace. So I'm leaving you with a huge, provocative challenge today, 8th graders. Will you use your developing knowledge just to be capable, or will you use it to be wise? I want to strongly encourage you to pursue academic excellence with everything you have. Learn to ask absolutely incredible questions, dig deep into your research, and really understand the world around you. But do it all while keeping your mind centered on God, on truth, on wisdom, and on making righteous choices. Have a wonderful week of research, guys, and I will see you in the next lesson.